Bad clutch fork symptoms. 1. Stiff clutch pedal. If you're finding that you have to put a little extra force behind the clutch pedal to shift gears, the problem might be a clutch fork that isn't working the way it should. The clutch fork is there to assist you in depressing the pressure plate, so if it's not making full contact, it might take a bit more leg work to get the job done, and simply adjusting the clutch pedal is of no help. With a faulty clutch fork, the problem will likely get worse over time until the part fails completely. Then there might be no pressure behind the clutch at all. 2. Trouble shifting gears. Your clutch fork helps you shift gears, so it makes sense that shifting from gear to gear will be more challenging if it's starting to fail. This can happen as the prongs on the clutch fork start to bend, making it difficult to fully depress the pressure plate. While it's often still possible at this stage, you'll need to depress the clutch further than usual. As the flex worsens, you'll need to keep pushing further and further, and eventually the entire prong might snap off. 3. Excessive vibrations. When you shift into a new gear, everything should shift smoothly into place. If excessive jerks occur every time you try to shift, your vehicle might have a faulty clutch fork. This could happen if the clutch fork is bouncing around a bit as you hit the clutch, and it can happen if the clutch fork can't fully depress the pressure plate anymore. 4. Loud grinding noise. The whole reason the clutch fork depresses the pressure plate is to actively disengage the clutch from the transmission. When it's working properly, this allows you to shift into a new gear without anything grinding or smacking into each other. But a faulty clutch fork might not fully depress the pressure plate, which means you might have a partially engaged clutch when you try to shift gears. If this happens, you'll hear a lot of grinding as you struggle to get the transmission into the new gear. 5. Clutch pedal on the floor. If the clutch fork fails completely, you won't be able to shift gears, and there's a good chance when you depress the clutch pedal it won't push back up. If the clutch is sitting on the floorboard, you have a pretty serious problem, and it might be a snapped clutch fork. 6. Inability to shift gears. Typically, this won't happen all at once, but if the clutch fork fails completely, you won't be able to shift into a new gear. The clutch fork releases the pressure plate to let you shift gears. So if the clutch fork snaps, you won't be able to shift out of gear so you can get into a new one.